traveling again. Another weekend, another item found. You know the way it goes. If you're a car guy, you know the way it goes. Going now, going to be traveling to Sarasota, Florida. It's about 100 miles away, and so it's going to be, like hour and a half drive or something like that. And I am looking for a tailgate. I believe I found one, pretty good price. It's for the dually, so it's another dually item. And guys, I think it's the same color as the dually is, the same color red. There was like 5 different reds for that year, so but it looks like it. It looks like the same color, and maybe I got the most popular one. Who knows? But it's in good shape, and it's a dually tailgate, with the chicken lights on it. So anyway, looks like a good find, and it's worth the trip. And by going here and getting this, I'm kind of maybe missing out on another deal that I may or may not should be buying anyway, but we'll see. That's another story, another video for another day. But I thought I'd bring you along with me, and you could share in some of the trip and the excitement. And it's exciting to me. Why wouldn't it be exciting to you? Anyway, you can see it when I get there. See the tailgate. Be with me along the way. So here we go. Guys, I'm off the interstate. Let's see, I think I'm on Cattleman Road now, but I don't think I have too many more turns to go. It says I'm 8 miles away, so I'm gonna stay on this road for a couple miles, and then I will weasel my way on back into this subdivision, and we'll see what this tailgate looks like. I am excited about it, and I really hope it's the same color as my look at that blood drive today at the old Walmart. Ooh, there's a Steak and Shake there. I'm getting kind of hungry. Haven't had any breakfast this morning. All right, we'll keep on trucking. Well, guys, I got the tailgate loaded up. I had to strap it in because it's, like 3 inches shy of not letting my tailgate close. I could probably swish it off to the side and maybe make the clearance, but I got the strap in here. It'll be all right. I don't think there's nothing gonna fall out. But the tailgate looks pretty good, guys. I think we got one light that's saved, but it looks the right color. I used to have this pinstripe on my truck, but it wore off. So man, it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So let's get her on home. Well, we're coming down the back roads here, guys. We are like 15 minutes, I would say, from home, and will be another successful pick. Can't wait to see how good it looks on the truck. So we'll see how quick I can get it slapped on there, and hopefully I'll get it on this video. Well, guys, as you can see behind me, I made it back home. I went ahead and I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry, but I put on the tailgate already. I grabbed it out of the, well, my son and I grabbed it, took it out of the back of the Avalanche, and we already put it on. And I've already started looking at the lights. Let me turn this camera around and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, well, here is my old tailgate. See, with the big old whammy in it. Well, I took the light out of it because that other tailgate has a different style of lights and they're all broken. So I'm going to put these lights in there, and let me show you what I did. Well, there's the tailgate. It's not all shined up yet, and it says GMC. I got a GMC now. Look at that. Anyway, I don't have it all shined up. I haven't buffed on it, but it's not that bad. It's just, if it gets any better, it's going to be better than the paint on my on my original truck. It's got pinstriping where I don't have pinstriping, but you know, there's nothing to say that I can't put some gold pinstriping on there. There is some spots because I had to take that bed liner off. It wouldn't close without the bed liner. And also, I had to take these rubber bumpers. I had to take these off because it was hitting these rubber bumpers something fierce and wouldn't let it close at all. So I said, well, let me just take them off and see if that's the problem. And that was the whole problem. It closes and opens just fine, you know, with a little bit of tugging and heave-hoeing, it fits. But opens and closes, and I'm pretty stoked with it, guys. I'm glad I went and got it. It makes the whole truck look better. Let me broaden your horizons here. There we go. The light fits up right in these original holes, even though it's a totally different style of light. This must be an older tailgate. This is the older style lights in here, and I have the newer style, which don't know, I can't tell you if it's good or bad, but I have the newer style. So I'm gonna clean this up, take all these out, clean them up, and of course I'll cut the wires on them, and I'll go ahead and I'll hook them up to mine. But first, I got mine in the sink right now soaking. I'm gonna clean mine all up and make sure they all work. If they don't all work, guys, I don't think you can buy just one light. You have to buy a set, and if I had to buy a set, then they're all going to be brand new, which I would kind of like anyway. I do not like these little snaps on here, but you know, what can I do? I can drill them out. They're riveted on. I can drill them out. I'm planning on doing something a little bit different with that anyway. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to speak anything right now. And I want to polish up this. I want to polish up that aluminum there too. So it's home. We had a successful trip. Well, guys, what I'm doing is I'm spraying some cleaner on here, and I'm going to wipe it all down maybe a couple times and get all the dirt off, and then I'm going to go ahead and buff it. You see, I've got all the lights pulled out already. They're all dangling here, and I don't really want to cut the wires and all that first, because if I hit one of these with the buffer and it slings it back inside, then I got to dig it back out, and that's very difficult.
That does sound difficult.
Anyway, let me get to wiping on this thing. I'm going to wipe it all down, and then I'll get to buffing, and after that I'll try to put the bulbs back in. We'll see how far that goes, because I've got the old bulbs soaking right now, trying to get them all cleaned up, because they're pretty gummy. I'm on the fence whether just to buy new ones or not, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Well, I got it all wiped down, and it looks pretty good. It's still a little bit shiny from being a little bit wet. It's going to have to dry, and then I can go ahead and start buffing away on it. I even scrubbed up around the old GMC logo there, which it's not a GMC. I'm gonna get a lot of flack about that, but you know what, it's close enough for right now. And that aluminum, I don't know how you're supposed to get them things put on there, guys. It's so hard to put them aluminum strips on there. I tried it with the old tailgate, and I don't know if the tailgate's just bent and it warped it or what, but I'm telling you, it's rough. So I'm afraid to take that off for right now, because I know I may end up with nothing. So for right now, she identifies as a GMC. Well, guys, I got half of it done. Well, the top half. I don't know if you can really tell here. Let's look on this side here. Maybe you can tell a little bit better. Yeah, there. On up to the handle, and I even did the what is that? Aluminum? Stainless steel? Not sure what it is. I even did that on up to that marker light right there, you see. So I did this whole side. I haven't done the bottom yet, but that will be fairly easy. So I don't have my tripod set up. It's just sitting over there all by itself. So I'm lights going out. So I got to do this other half and the bottom, and I guess I got to do that stainless steel or whatever now, because that looks pretty dang good. Dang. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all that, and then we'll cut on back to it. I'll save you all the, elbow grease work. Well, look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks pretty good, pretty shiny. Oh yeah. I don't know if it has as much fade as what this paint does. It may be a little less faded, but I like it. It's going to work. Well, that was me just getting sidetracked with the bumper, but when I look at it now, it sure looks a lot better. I mean, there's still a little bit of light rust on it, especially on the tread plate around there. It's kind of hard to get in there, but you know, my level of enthusiasm for trying to get this here perfect wasn't that great, because you know, it's just not a perfect bumper. I have a better bumper on the parts truck that I think will go right on here and look a whole lot better. If not, they sell brand new ones. But anyway, I need to get back to these lights. I don't know if you can hear that buzzing in the background. It's sure annoying to me. But I got the lights in the ultrasonic cleaner, and as soon as they come out, I'm going to slap them on here. Well, you can look at the clean parts here. They look pretty good. The only thing I had to spend a little extra attention on was them rubber pieces. They were pretty dirty. So I just had to do a little bit of scrubbing on them, and they're clean as a whistle. Didn't even have to put any more cleaner on. Everything just come right off, and they're real nice. So let's see. I've only got one. You know, every one of them lights has 2 bulbs in it. One bulb in one light is out. So I'm not really happy about that, but one light does work. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in, and we'll try to get just one bulb. See if we can do that. But let's get to wiring up. Well, guys, I put all these mounted all these in place with these butt connectors that have the solder in them, and they're pretty decent. I didn't have the butt connectors that, or the connectors that plug in, you know, the round kind, so I had to cut them off of my old ones. But I left one over here, and I'm going to show you how they work. They're pretty neat.
Pretty neat, huh?
In case you wanna buy some, I just used my heat gun here. I'm gonna see if I can get close enough to show you. And you can see it already starting to shrink up. All the shrink tube stuff is working, but you want to keep going until you see that solder in there. You see the solder starting to come out. It's starting to glisten and solidate and do all kind of good stuff. That's what you want to see right there. Then you know it's good and hot. I try to go around to both sides. And there. That is a good soldered connection right there. It's all soaked into the wire. The wire's twisted together, and that should last for a long time, weatherproof and everything. Well, that's how they look when they're mounted. The base, anyway. It went together pretty sweet. I want to see if I can show you while I hold the camera how they go together. Of course, you got to stuff all this sorry, didn't have the camera positioned good there. Stuff all this wire in there where it's not, you know, it's not hitting anything. And then you want to put this little rubber piece in here, and it goes over the screw hole like that. And then you go ahead and set it in place. I can't do it with just one hand, but you get the gist of it right there. And then you just put the screws in. It's pretty simple. They don't make this type of unit anymore, so be sure not to break anything, or you're buying a new one. Well, guys, I broke out the tripod for this. I went ahead and I put the lights all back on, and I had to replace 3 of the screws. They were kind of wallowed out, and I think that the screw itself had deteriorated. The hole was the same size, so I got some other screws, found some, put them on in. But the way this should work out, there's one bulb blown in this light, so I'll have to do something about that. But I put it in the middle. So if everything works correctly, they should all light up. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to connect the wire in here first. Let me do that. All right, well, it's not correctly connected, but it'll work for this here. Let's go see. Look at that. Oh, this one has a light out too. So there's two of them that I need. Oh, that's pretty neat. Maybe I'll move this one and this one to over here. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just leave them like that until I get me some new ones. How about that?
How about that?
Well, for right now, looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Well, guys, I want to thank you for watching Double Trouble Garage. You know, it means a lot to me. The comments and the likes and everything, it all means a lot to me when I hear, you know, when I'm in a group of friends or whatever, and hey man, I seen your last video. You know, it all makes me feel good. But you know, if you're new to this channel and just watching me, I would really like it if you would subscribe, and it doesn't cost you nothing. It's free. Just hit that little button and it helps my channel a lot. And if you hit the little bell icon, then it'll notify you when I make new videos, and you can watch them, see if you're interested in it. But for right now, I will be working on this square body, and we got a lot more to do to it. I want to do the interior, and you know, there's a lot to be done. So if you continue watching, if you like this content, you're going to like what I do in the future too. So anyway, like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Thanks for watching. God bless. See ya.